Alright, what's up, boys? I know you guys have been complaining in stream about how I haven't uploaded to YouTube, and I finally have a very good reason to upload a video. And this one's going to be on a new rune page I've been running on YASUO, featuring Kleptomancy, and why I think this rune page, as of patch 8.4, is the best rune page you can run on this champion. Really does a great job of covering all of Yasuo's weak points. And let's start by going over the choices here in terms of runes. So I think footwear is better than stopwatch after that giant nerf that stopwatch recently got, where it activates at 10 minutes now instead of 6, and you actually can't sell the broken stopwatch for much. Biscuits are amazing because you get 4 of them, and they have a bunch of synergy with TIMEWARP Tonic, which is a new and very underrated rune that extends your potions, biscuits, and elixirs by 20%, and you get 5% movement speed while under any of these effects. Might not really seem like much, but when you're getting potions from the shop, biscuits, and potions from Klepto, that really starts to add up, and you get that move speed bonus a lot. Last Stand is great because it procs when you have 60% of your life total, and being YASUO a squishy champion, that's pretty easy for that to happen in lane. Alacrity is amazing on YASUO obviously because it gives you 3% attack speed off the bat and scales up eventually to 18%. One thing you'll notice is that this page actually gives you 20% attack speed, which is the most you can get from any rune page right now in terms of rune combinations. And you'll see in a second here that this fleet footwork page actually only gives you 18% attack speed compared to the 20 that you get from taking Kleptomancy, which is inspiration primary and precision secondary. So it's flip-flopped for this page we're looking at right here. But it is nice to know that you're taking a page with the most attack speed you can get right now from any sort of combination. That being said, let's dive into some gameplay and cover why I think this rune page is very good on YASUO right now. So, as you can see, we're laning here versus a Kennen, which is usually a very hard lane for YASUO. I'm 0-1-0 right now. I've already inted one time because I think he had Ignite from that unsealed spellbook build, and I wasn't ready for it. But we're still doing pretty well here in lane. We picked up a Relic Shield. And one thing I will say is that I do feel like the sustain you get from Klepto is way more than the healing you get from Fleet, especially early to mid game before Fleet starts to scale up a bit more in terms of healing. Klepto does a lot more for you. The potions that you get are amazing because they get extended with TIMEWARP Tonic, and you can get not only regular little red potions but also biscuits from Kleptomancy. So you get a load of healing, and it really does make laning a complete breeze. I don't think this Kennen shoved me out of lane at all. And this isn't slouch elo. Revenge is a very good top laner, and usually Kennen gives me a lot of trouble just because of how much CC, harass, and poke that he has. But I can honestly say that this game felt very, very easy. And the crazy part is his jungler, mid, and support all roamed on me that game, and I didn't really get much help from my Nidalee, who was camping our Zed mid. I think they were a duo. So yeah, I drew a ton of pressure, and normally I would be very, very behind, but I can honestly say that Klepto did a really good job of keeping me in the game in terms of sustain and keeping me in the game in terms of gold. So speaking of gold, let's go over that real quick. As you can see in the bottom left corner, I have 145 gold right now from Klepto, and I know that doesn't really seem like too much, but this early in the game, that's pretty much half an item essentially, and that advantage that you build up in terms of gold begins to matter more and more, especially once you get to higher elos, where even a slight advantage you can really start to feel in lane and kind of start to abuse as you learn the exact limitations of your advantage itself. So all these little perks you get in terms of free potions also end up giving you more gold too, because you don't have to spend money on potions. And eventually you start to snowball in a way that honestly I can say I haven't felt on YASUO in a very long time, because even if I farm up very well, it just feels like a lot of it is worthless against tanks that just scale up so quickly with, you know, just Ninja Tabai or Bramble Vest, God forbid. But now with this build, I'm not even phased if I go against the Scion that rushes Tabai and Bramble, because I get all these potions that I can heal up with, and I can just keep autoing for more KLEPTO procs, which is actually really fun in lane. But yeah, it really does make laning a breeze. As you can see, I'm starting to really out pressure this Kennen, even though I was put behind early by that death. And I do a good job here baiting out his ulti, but he outplays me with that stopwatch, which I did not see coming. I think he flashes on me and kills me here. Good play by him. But at this point, I'm not even stressing, because look at my items. It's 13 minutes in, 14 minutes, and I already have a ton of items. Got my Merc Treads, got my Zeal, got my Hex, and got some crit already. And here his support roams on me, but I'm so strong at this point that they can't really do much. And the more pressure they waste on me, the easier my team can out pressure other lanes. Like Zed just got it killed there on their Zac, probably partly because of how much time they're spending top lane. But it really opens up the map for the rest of my team, and they're doing a really good job of taking advantage of that, so that's good. But yeah, as you can see, I am very annoying right now for the enemy team to deal with, just because of how much of an advantage I've built up over this Kennen. And I think I actually get a cheeky kill on him here with Flash. But yeah, I'm starting to really snowball, and this is all coming from a deficit of dying early to his Ignite. So really just goes to show how KLEPTO can really start to snowball you up. One thing you'll see here is it's 2v1, but I'm so strong at this point that I almost get a kill on Kennen here. And I think my ulti is barely not off cooldown, otherwise he would have died there. And I maybe could have done some more damage to Zac, but at this point you can already tell, like, I'm really strong. Alright, here, watch how the Kennen stuns barely even stop me. Like, that stun 1, stun 2. It's really hard to tell that I was even stunned there, and that's because I have an elixir of iron running, and I also have my Merc Treads, and those stack, so that gives me around like 50 to 60% tenacity. So basically it looked like I wasn't even getting stunned at all. And if you want even more tenacity, you can buy the 500 coin potion from the shop that also gives you more tenacity. And that stacks as well, so you can get up to like 75%. It's really insane. It basically feels like you can't get stunned. And on a champion like YASUO, that actually matters a lot more than we might realize in a team fight where everybody's trying to throw CC at you. Obviously it doesn't work for knockups and suppression, but for all other CC it's very, very useful. And one thing let's talk about is warding. So you also get free wards from Kleptomancy. You get the green wards, and I believe sometimes you get control wards. I'm not sure about that, but I also know you get the blue trinkets sometimes, and you get the sweepers as well. And what this means is your vision game is so much better. And on a champion like YASUO, where you know you constantly are worried about getting camped by the enemy jungler, this is very, very useful. And having all these free wards might seem like a small little benefit, but especially in higher elos where one gank might mean pretty much game over for you, it does feel like a lot. So this game we're against the Kled, and this is usually a pretty rough lane for YASUO as well, but I'm honestly just destroying this guy, and that's the reason this gank didn't really work out, because I was outlaning him so hard. Not really due to KLEPTO at this point in the game, but as you can see here, I'm 2-7. My team's down 16 kills. But this fight coming up is going to turn around the whole pace of the game, largely because of the fact that I'm like up to par with everybody else in terms of items. Like, I have my core, I have my Yarum's Fist. I'm still very, very relevant in the game, and that's the biggest thing right now, I think. about YASUO is staying relevant. If you can stay relevant, you can make plays that can help your team win the game. And if you don't stay relevant, then you're pretty much screwed. But that's pretty much all I got for this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure you leave me a like. If you do give the build a go, definitely let me know how you feel about it. I'm having a ton of fun with this build, and I'm streaming it a lot on my stream, so let me know, guys. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch. Bye, guys.